Thank you so much. Yeah, we've got a few questions lined up for you. The first one is from Sean Radican from Pro Wrestling Torch. Sean? Sean? Hang in there, Serena.
No problem. Take your time.
Nah, it looks like Sean
Sean,
might be
watch,
having some. Nah, he might be having some difficulties.
It happened.
Okay,
Oh wait, Sean.
we can come back to Sean.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Hi, sorry about that. Serena, I just wanted to ask you, coming back into wrestling in AEW, you've just, you've looked so good in the ring, and, I've enjoyed all your matches. I've watched you going, back into the mid-2000s and a shimmer, and just seeing you this year has been incredible. I just want to ask you, what's it been like, getting into AEW and becoming the NWA Women's Champion and having this level of success?
Yeah, I really appreciate that, Sean. Thank you so much for your support over, man, it's been 15 years.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. It's been surreal, to be honest with you. I have to really pinch myself and check that this is actually reality. I spent 3 years coaching and 5 years out of the ring. And I mean, I loved coaching, but I always felt like I wasn't done wrestling. And that was a feeling that it persisted. It never really went away. And so I always wondered if I would wrestle again. And just the turn of events of the pandemic and then losing my coaching job and just wanting to wrestle, but not really, shows not running and all this stuff. And then the AEW just came out of nowhere, and it was everything's just been moving so quickly, and it's been awesome. And I'm having so much fun right now. I'm having more fun with wrestling right now than I probably have ever had. I'm having so much fun in the ring, and just, it's, like I said, it's pretty surreal, man. This is something I thought about for years. When I say years, I mean 5 years. And there's nothing in this world I love more than wrestling. And it's an honor to be at AEW. It's an honor to be representing NWA as their women's champion. It's historically speaking in wrestling, the NWA, the champions of the NWA are some of the most incredible names in pro wrestling history. So it's really amazing, and I'm honored. I'm having a blast, and I really appreciate your support. I hope that answered your question.
Thanks so much. Next question is from John Alba from Spectrum Sports. John.
Hey, thank you guys. Serena, really appreciate your time. I'm curious your thoughts on this. It's been a pretty big topic of chatter lately. AEW has this congruent NWA and AEW women's division going on simultaneously right now. And the NWA stuff has been featured really prominently. How would you like to see the integration of that moving forward, not just from an in-ring standpoint, but also maybe a storyline standpoint and getting more women involved in prominent positions?
That's a great question, John. Well, I mean, if you think back on pro wrestling in the territory days, people were just swapping around. They were traveling here, traveling there, working with different people. And when wrestling became really monopolized and separated, I think it was to the detriment of talent and fans too, because, so-and-so's here, so-and-so's here, you can't see that match. And as understandable as it is, I think this cooperation, this partnership between NWA and AEW is super powerful. And I think it's going to change wrestling. From a women's standpoint, I'm really excited about it because I think the AEW women's roster is really growing and it has so much potential. And, people coming in from the outside, when you're in wrestling, it only helps you to wrestle other people and other women and other men. It just helps you the more you get in the ring with different people. You become a more well-rounded wrestler. So I think with this partnership and different women coming in and different women going elsewhere, it's going to just benefit everybody. I think the fans are really excited about it too, and it just keeps it very interesting because you can't, there are things happening. Me going to Primetime Live and winning the NWA championship and then bringing it back to Dynamite and defending it a week later and defending it tonight on the buy-in, it's things that people just haven't seen for a long time. And I think it's really fun and really powerful.
Thanks. Next question is from Amy Nemedy at WrestleJoy. Amy?
Hi, Serena. You essentially became an overnight sensation to fans who were new to you after your match with Thunder Rosa with AEW. Now that you are the NWA champion and you've put on another killer match at the buy-in, looks like you're going to be facing Thunder Rosa perhaps for a rematch. Who else would you like to face for the NWA title, either in NWA itself or within the AEW roster?
Amy, that's an awesome question as well. Thank you so much. The first name, instinctual answer that comes to mind is Shida, definitely. She's been a pretty long reigning AEW women's champion, and I think she's incredible. Some of the best times of my career were in Japan, and I just love the style of Japanese wrestling, and I love watching Japanese wrestling, and it really resonates with me. So when I see Shida perform and wrestle, I just know that I think that, we would have an awesome match. She's somebody that I really want to get in there with. And, I am the NWA Women's Champion currently, but, showing up at AEW and joining this roster, without a doubt, I have my eyes on the AEW Women's Championship. Without a doubt. And I think Shida's one of the most incredible female competitors I've ever seen. I really look forward to that match.
Thanks. And the last question is from Samantha Shipman at Daily DDT. Samantha?
Hi, Serena.
Hi, Samantha.
It's nice speaking with you. You had an incredible match with Allison, and it's great to see you, from where you came from in WWE and into AEW. And I just wanted to touch more about what you said about the crossover with the women. Like, what do you think the AEW can do to make their women's division more prominent and to make it have in-depth storylines that the men are getting that we don't really see right now? What would you think that you can bring to that to represent the women's division on TV?
Hey, Samantha, thank you so much. Well, the last part of your question, when you said, what do you think you can bring? From a personal standpoint, my objective is to be a leader here. I came from a position where I had to be a leader, and that's the thing I'm striving for the most right now, is to just lead by example and try to help this division forge forward to be what I know it can be, what everybody knows it can be. Everybody works so hard here. The girls are training all the time, and I think it's just a matter of there's quite a bit of inexperience, and the only remedy for that is time and energy and and working towards changing that, and sorry, there's a lot of noise in the background. So I think the inexperience is a really good thing, a really positive thing, because there's so much room for growth. There's so much potential. I know the women's division here, everyone has a really amazing attitude, and that's something that I haven't seen in other places I've been. So we're at a great starting out point. AEW's only been around for a little over a year, so there's so much growth still to be had. And, you know, I'm just hoping to be a leader, and I hope that my matches help elevate other people, and I want to bring everybody up, you know, so that's definitely my intention, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this division can do.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And
Thank you.
thanks again.